Over the almost 2,000 years of Christian history, a large number of shrines of various scales have appeared. However, the most important are, of course, those that are directly connected with Jesus Christ. Another thing is that in relation to such shrines, the question of their authenticity is very difficult and controversial to resolve, or not resolved. The so-called Spear of Destiny can be considered a textbook example. As for the direct Christian roots of the concept of the Spear of Destiny, they go back to the Gospel of John, which tells how, during the crucifixion, one of the Roman soldiers pierced Christ's ribs with a spear, and blood and water flowed from the wound. In later Christian writings, this Roman soldier is already designated as a centurion. His name is presented as Longinus, which is consonant with the Greek word pronounced in the Latin manner, meaning spear. Centurion Longinus is often depicted as a man who later converted to Christianity and became a martyr for his faith. However, the Spear of Centurion Longinus underwent its transformation into the Spear of Destiny in the Middle Ages. And in the minds of people, the spear was turned into a powerful magical artifact with supernatural qualities. A legend was formed that the spear initially belonged to the grandson of the Jewish high priest Aaron, and then, passing from owner to owner, brought luck, victories, and power to everyone. Among its owners were Constantine the Great, Justinian, Charles Martel, Charlemagne, and others. Thus, the Spear of Destiny began to be perceived as a guarantee of invincibility, which made it a very desirable object of search. There are several options for where the Spear of Destiny is located, as well as several artifacts that claim the status of a relic. For Catholics, the main contender should be the spear kept in the Vatican in St. Peter's Basilica. It is this relic, which was brought to Rome from Paris in the 18th century, that the Catholic Church considers the Spear of Longinus. A very similar spear is in Krakow, so similar that the Vatican and Krakow spears are considered copies by scientists. True, there is confusion as to which of them was the original and which was a copy. Different researchers say that the Vatican spear was made in the 3rd century and the Krakow spear was made in the 4th century, or vice versa. The point is that both of these spears a priori cannot be authentic, since at best they were made 200 years after the crucifixion. The Armenian contender for the title of the Spear of Destiny raises many more questions. This is the spear kept in Ekmiadzin, which dates back to the 1st century AD. The Armenian Spear of Destiny was in Armenia since the 13th century and was hidden there for a very long time due to fears of expropriation of the value by the authorities. Since scientists date the Spear of Destiny to approximately the 1st century AD, this allows Armenian believers to believe that this is the real spear that pierced the flesh of Jesus. However, it is unclear where the information about the confirmed dating comes from, because the Armenian Church refuses to provide the relic for verification of age, arguing that if the relic has miraculous properties due to people's faith in it, then checking its authenticity is almost sacrilege. And there are testimonies in Armenia about cases of people being healed when turning to the relic. Supporters of the opinion that the Spear of Longinus is in Armenia say that in 2010, British scientists who examined the Shroud of Turin found a trace of a wound on the body imprint similar to the one described in the Gospel. This wound was inflicted by a special type of spear, which was in service with heavily armed legionnaires of the Roman garrisons throughout the empire. When comparing the wound imprint on the Shroud of Turin and the Spear of Longinus in Armenia, according to Armenian journalists, not only the type of wound and spear were found to match, but also the size. In both cases, it was 4.5 centimeters. However, in modern media culture, the Spear of Destiny is firmly associated with the 4th contender, the spear stored in Vienna. Although there are even fewer grounds for this than in the case of the Vatican or Krakow spears. The examination showed that the spear could not have been made before the 7th century. Moreover, until the mid-10th century, this artifact was revered as belonging to the Christian Saint Mauritius. But after the Holy Roman Emperor Otto I won a victory over the Hungarians at Lech in 955 on the day of St. Longinus, the spear became very famous. Gradually, rumors began to endow the spear with supernatural powers, which resulted in the medieval concept of the Spear of Destiny as a magical artifact. This perception persisted until the beginning of the 20th century, when various magical, occult, and mystical societies, organizations, and groups began to gain strength. Among historians, there is a version of the mystical background of Hitler's foreign policy, primarily regarding the annexation of Austria to Germany in 1938. After failing to enter the Academy of Fine Arts, Hitler lived in Vienna for a while in 1909 and saw the Spear of Destiny in a museum. He felt a mystical connection with this relic, and after hearing from a tour guide the legend that the owner of the Spear of Destiny would have power and the ability to conquer the world, he made owning the spear his goal. After Austria was annexed to the Third Reich in March 1938, Hitler ordered the Spear of Destiny to be transported to Nuremberg, where it remained until April 30th, 1945. It was then discovered by the Americans, who returned it to the Austrian authorities in 1946. Among fans of conspiracy theories, the idea is popular that the Americans actually kept the real Spear of Destiny for themselves and sent a fake to Vienna. But this is just speculation, and the real Spear of Destiny may be safely hidden from prying eyes and stored in a place completely unexpected to everyone.